What's up, you guys? You're back with Zarok. The fan translation of One Piece chapter 1027 is out. If you don't want to be spoiled on that, feel free to wait for the chapter review and grades on Sunday. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So really the big news coming out of this chapter is King has had a piece of his mask cut off by Zoro. And he seems pretty irate about it. So they have a huge battle, which, again, I'll detail beat by beat in their official review on Sunday. But the main thing to speculate on here is, why is King so angry? Because his face mask is now apparently starting to come off. And there are a lot of different theories, I'm sure, that will come out on exactly why he's so upset. My personal theory, after not digesting this for too long, is that it's related to his tribe and why he seems to be maybe the last survivor. A running theory that I have in my head is that, his fire powers, or his racist fire powers, were used against them to wipe them out. And he himself has actually burned, his face is scarred because of it. Maybe we'll find out more about all of this later, but pretty interesting stuff. I'm really excited to see how this fight ends up turning out, whether it ends up being one-sided, pretty even, because on one hand you have King, who seemingly is the strongest member of Kaido's crew. However, Zoro fought against Kaido, is showing to have at least some sort of awakening of Conqueror's Haki. So is this going to be, a pretty even back and forth, or is Zoro at some point going to completely dominate King? Very interesting to see what the result of that is, because it's going to have a huge implication on power scaling post Wano. Elsewhere in this arc, we actually started off with the battlefield where Nekomamushi, Carrot, and Wanda were on, and he's telling them, cover their eyes, otherwise they might go into Sulong form, which is interesting, because I always thought that it was something that you could control, but I suppose Carrot doesn't have that much control over it. But I thought that she trained to gain it, so I'm not entirely sure, but maybe something is going on there. We see that Momonosuke and Yamato are fleeing the scene from Kaido and Luffy's battle. Kaido tries to chase after them, but Luffy stops them, or stops Kaido, I should say. And now it looks like they're going to have a genuine 1v1 battle. But something interesting that I noticed was that, and maybe when the official translation comes out, that'll change everything. But Yamato said that Kaido, or Luffy, is, barely standing or on his last legs, and he's choosing to put all of that weight on his shoulders. So will be interesting to see if that is actually what the actual official translation says, or if that remains consistent, because that doesn't spell good news for Luffy and the Alliance if he's really on his last leg. So if that's so, they said it over 400 chapters ago, I believe. If it's one-on-one, Kaido will win, or bet on Kaido. So if Luffy's in a bad way, really worried about what that might mean for the outcome of the fight, because we're all caught up in the hype train now of Luffy has a chance, he can fight toe-to-toe with Kaido, but I heard that the third act of these plays tend to end in tragedy. Maybe the tragedy is Luffy gets beaten once again, but that remains to be seen. So again, not too much coming out of this one here. Pretty tame chapter compared to previous weeks. We'll have the official review and grades this Sunday. But for now, I'm going to throw the conversation back to you guys. What did you guys think of this chapter? What do you think is going on with King? Why is he so upset that Zoro started to cut his mask and now his face can be seen? Leave a like and comment on that in the comment section below. And I will see you guys this Sunday for the official review and grades. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.